What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Today I would like to dive into some comments that we got on this channel because I love to interact with this audience right here. Sometimes people have comments, questions, and I don't want them to be ignored because we have a very clever community right here, and I should definitely take note of some people right here. So let's get right into that. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notification. And at the moment, by the way, of recording, Bitcoin sitting at 30,500. Nothing has really changed. The Bitcoin dominance still ripping, altcoins still going down. Rest in peace. Now let's get into the comments right here. Just some I will be skipping, some I will be going over. So let's take a look at it. Someone said, I am shorting Bitcoin and Ethereum, just 5x, nothing crazy. 5x is not that low, right? But I don't think it's a bad idea to, at this point, maybe short a little bit. I just said, like, yeah, maybe I'm going to put in a short on Bitcoin here because, yeah, it is sitting at major resistance right now. And if we also take the Fibonacci tool from here to this stop before it pulled back, you can see that the 0.618 comes in exactly where we are, basically. If we break above that level, then I think we have a long way up to go. Some people talking about $35,000 Bitcoin. I don't see it really in the charts. But yeah, I mean, it could happen. Just set a good stop loss. If you are shorting here, I would say set a stop loss at around $33,000, give or take. Because if we break that, I think we can go a lot higher than that. But yeah, you know, leverage is always risky. You can make money with that if you're really good at it. And set a good stop loss. That's my only thing that I have to say. Someone asks, I like to know who accurately, my Dutch, but I know what you mean, who was accurate, predicted the two separate tops for Bitcoin in 2021. The first around April, followed by a big drop, followed by the big and new all-time high in November. I don't know who predicted that specifically back then. I have no idea. I know that Benjamin Cohen was pretty precise when it comes to the first top. Even Capo was, well, nah, he was more like, okay, yeah, Bitcoin goes to 500K. Yeah, okay, we reached a part of that. I don't know, man. I'm not watching a lot of crypto YouTubers myself. What do you think about Gala's worst prive? I have no idea what you mean, sorry. Yeah, this is a good one. What do you think? How much would altcoins suffer if the SEC goes after Ethereum? Yeah, that's a good question. Like, it depends. Ethereum will go down anyway, in my opinion. And if the narrative is that, you know, the SEC will do that or just the market cycle, that I don't really care about. All I think that Ethereum will see a good pullback. Ethereum has been really super strong. In this bear market, it went to $880, give or take, ran all the way back up to 2100 and now sitting at around 1875. It has been holding up very well, but I do think that it's also mainly, again, because Bitcoin is doing very well. Because if you look at Ethereum Bitcoin, you see that basically since September 2022, it's been putting in lower lows and lower highs, right? So for, well, not all, yeah, 3/4 of the year, it's been going down. And it looks like it's now breaking this range right here. It kind of depends on how you draw it, because if I draw it here, it's also pretty accurate still. So we might have this as support as well. But it looks like we are also breaking down below this 200 weighted moving average, I think. Yeah, 200 weighted moving average. Ethereum is just not looking so strong. And I think it's a matter of time before Bitcoin goes down a little bit, that altcoins go down a lot with it as well. Because altcoins mainly follow Bitcoin and Ethereum. Also, you know that the total, this is the entire crypto market, holding up pretty decent. If you look at the total 2, it's already less good. So if you take Bitcoin away, it's a lot lower. And if you look at the total 3, yeah, that's already like very weak. So the crypto market is holding up because of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you take Bitcoin away, it's still holding up decently. But if you take Bitcoin and Ethereum away, it's doing very bad, right? So yeah, Ethereum is definitely a savior in this. But if we look at the total too, so everything but Bitcoin, and we divide that with the Bitcoin market cap, you see this, right? So it's that even now altcoins, including Ethereum, are finally going down now. Really finally, since basically this complete year. And if we put it on a monthly chart, you can maybe see it a little bit better, that there is definitely some, you know, support in the area where we are right now, right? From maybe even this area towards this area, so this whole zone. So we might see a bounce here, but I do think that it's a matter of time before we go down. And how much it will go down, I expect altcoins, best case scenario, 50% down from here. Yeah, I made this video, Crypto Banter is lying to you, not to be a hater or anything, but I am a little disgusted by what they're doing lately, especially in this bear market, right? That people blame them for, yeah, they dump on their followers in the bull market. I don't know if they did that, and to be honest, it's not that an influencer can sell their tokens just because they talked about it, but it's like in this bear market, they've been putting out videos, altcoin season, and then no altcoin season. And then they are arguing with some people that turned out to be right, and they never apologize. And then at the resistance levels, they talk their community into stuff, and they don't know what they are doing. But then don't build a 700,000 follower channel, because, you know, you can tell these people, do your research, but these videos of theirs are a part of people's research, so they wreck them. What about Crypto Archie? I'm not familiar with that, but I will look into it. I haven't heard about them or him or her or anything. Do you got a Discord? No, we use Telegram. Link is down below though. Connect on WhatsApp? No. Yeah, so I commented here already. What do you think about coins like VRA, Gala, and Trias? Will they hit new lows when the total 3 bottoms out? So I said Gala, yes, right? That's what I think, right? It's not saying yes, it will, but yes, I think. VRA, maybe. Trias, I don't think so. And just because I look at how much the total 3 can come down, right? And that's what we all discussed. I think it can come down a lot lower and make a new low. So altcoins overall will make a new low. Yeah, and then I'm gonna look at these individual altcoins like Gala, for example. And first I look at the Bitcoin pair, for example, and there you'll just see that Gala just put in a new low against Bitcoin already, right? So if Bitcoin goes down a little bit, yeah, then Gala has already lost that support, right? So then it's a matter of the dollar pair, you know, tanking. So a few months back, I would have said, no, Gala won't make a new low. I am in the opinion that Gala will make a new low. I'm like 90% sure it will. VRA, I said maybe, because VRA has a little more room to go down, right? It's now, for it to make a new low, it has to come down 60%. Yeah, like I said, my best case scenario is that altcoins will go down another 50% from here. But the lower caps like VRA can go down more. But it's holding up pretty decent compared to other projects, but also on its Bitcoin pair, like most coins right now already broke their key support on their Bitcoin pair. VRA did not do that yet, but there is not a lot of room yet. So, and it's sitting now at resistance here as well. This previous support here, this point, is now perfect resistance. So yeah, it could be broken, of course, but doesn't look very good. And then she asked about Trias. I don't know how to pronounce that. And when I look at that, it should be here somewhere. Well, excuse my blindness. Trias USDT. So yeah, when I look at that, I feel like Trias has been very strong, right? There are always some exceptions in the crypto space, no matter the direction of the market, and Trias is definitely one of them. So when I look at this, I do feel like, yeah, this is way better, by the way. I do feel like, yeah, it's been making higher highs and higher lows ever since October 2022. That's basically when the crypto, especially the altcoin market, just turned around and went down. So Trias is doing the opposite. So there's no real good reason for me to believe that this will see new lows. Also, it has to come down a lot, right? From this point, we have to come down 82%. I'm not saying that that can't happen, but it's less likely to me. Yeah, good video, but the truth is alts are close to the bottom if you want to wait till Christmas to get in. Cheers, I'm DCing. Yeah, and now you say you're not trying to time the bottom, but this video shows you are. So I also said, no, I, go for the bottom range, not the bottom itself. It could easily go down another 70%, so don't dollar cost the downtrend, dollar cost the accumulation phase, right? Because what you are saying right now is, I think they are close to the bottom. My charts don't show that at all, right? I'm showing that in every video, basically, why things are, they're skyrocketing to the downside right now, basically. That's what people always say, like, oh, I'm dollar costing now. But that's the problem. If you look at a lot of these altcoins, they just, I don't know, let's click some shit. Well, near protocol, random, right? But it's making low lows and lower highs, right? So that's a downtrend, right? And like we said before, a market cycle has 4 phases, right? Accumulation phase, sideways, uptrend, distribution phase, which is sideways, and the downtrend, and then it starts over, right? The downtrend, the accumulation phase, it's called accumulation phase because that's where you accumulate. There you want to buy, right? And I'm not saying buy the bottom or try to time the bottom, because the bottom doesn't look like this, right? This is not what you want to go for. The bottom usually looks like this, right? And I'm not going for this part. I'm going for, dollar costing this complete zone. And in the meantime, a lot of people are dollar costing this zone. Yeah, but who know how low it goes, right? People been doing this for the last 1.5 years already. And in the meantime, even with strategic dollar costing, they are way underwater right now. And so far I've waited and I've seen people lose a lot of money and they cannot afford a lot of tokens anymore when they really bottom out. And that's where I strike. So just be careful with that, man. I really love your guys, by the way, the comments that I get, like, I can make a lot of videos about, oh, this altcoin 100x and this and this. And I know I will get a lot more views and subscribers that way. But that's not sustainable, right? Because then you lose credibility at the end of the day. And I'd rather keep it real right now and just say what I actually think. And when it's actually time to buy, I'm going to tell that as well, right? Here, I haven't lost any money since I started looking at the total 3 and the Bitcoin dominance. Thanks, man. What do you mean? My coin, by the way, is the only altcoin that I'm accumulating at the moment. If you know, you know. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's beautiful. Oh, okay, yeah. Buy prostitutes? You buy them. Is that possible? Let me check. When would you say is a good time to buy altcoins with USDT? I don't know. When they bottom out. Again, that's like very hard to predict. If we look at the last cycle, again at ADA, for example, right? Let me, wait, wrong chart. And I compare to ADA because that went to a full cycle already, right? We are now in June, same as June 2019. So here somewhere, that's where we are right now, give or take, right? Look, I mean, we will get maybe here as well, right? But we don't know when that's going to happen. I lean towards end of year, but I cannot really put my finger on that, to be honest. Nobody wants to hear, don't buy anything and come back in a year, but now it's just not the time to make money with crypto, no way around it. Yeah, it's definitely true. Yeah, and there are always arguments like, yeah, well, I made a 10x on Pepe or on this, on that. Yeah, if you want to gamble, right? But that's another part of crypto. I'm really trying to make some serious investments, right? And not gambling like, yeah, this altcoin could do well. If you like buy 100 altcoins, 5, maybe 10 will do well, but you lose with the other 90. And you, at the end of the day, you still lose money. If you're a risk reward, like if you feel like, yeah, fuck it, I can miss my money and I don't care if I miss out and this and that, then go for it. But I start to realize, this bull run that we get so far is every once in 4 years, right? And I want to really get the most out of that. And I've thrown so much money away in the last 10 years with crypto that I feel like, nah, let's wait it out. A lot of these people with these comments, let's buy now. That's what I did for 10 years and it got me nowhere. I think the bottom is in at 15K with the current low on the weekly chart. Which is the current low on the weekly chart, except we go below that level. Yeah, the bottom is in, except if we go below that level. Yeah, that's kind of true. Which current low on the weekly chart, like, yeah, you can put it on the minute, on the monthly, whatever. 15K is the low on any chart. We might not break to all-time high until the halving. However, we are bullish, especially. I don't really know what you mean. I personally think that the bottom for Bitcoin probably is in. For altcoins, like we said, it's not in, and well, yeah, it wasn't in. So that we're doing great with that so far. I check the chart well if you truly understand the market structure. I'm doing that every day on my channel, man. Follow the videos, I would say. Obviously, best time to buy altcoins was that time only if you bought it with Bitcoin, but not everybody likes Bitcoin that much. Yeah, look, you don't have to like Bitcoin to want to buy Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that proves that it makes you gains with the lowest risk. But two, you do not have to, like, if you feel like, yeah, Bitcoin can probably make me a 10x, but I'd rather gamble and maybe make a 50x, you can go with altcoins. But it doesn't change the fact that you can make a complete strategy where you use both, right? You buy Bitcoin at low levels, you ride the wave, you make money on Bitcoin. In the meantime, you let altcoins completely crash and bottom out against their Bitcoin pair, and then use that Bitcoin that you just made profits on to buy the altcoins that you want, so you can then ride the altcoin wave, right? Because it's very simple. You can like make first a 10x with Bitcoin, then use that 10x to make another 10x on altcoins. Then you made 100x in total, right? You don't have to look for a 100x altcoin. That's gambling. And most people won't be able to pull that off. Almost nobody talks about the USDT dominance chart. Well, it's been pretty accurate. The DXY hasn't been great on the short term to analyze Bitcoin movement. Yeah, USDT dominance is holding up quite well, I must say. Right, it's going up. So the market cap, like USDT, is really dominating the crypto space. And what you see after 2021, which was here, which is quite funny, right? This is where the bear market started. And this is really where people started to deploy into USDT again. Right, but in the bull market, especially at the hard part of the bull market, USDT dominance went down 54%. 54, right? With this small push to 30K, we have seen 14 so far. It's not a lot yet. And I think the Bitcoin dominance could go towards 5% again. Right, and from this point, that's down 32%. Yeah, that will be a rally. That will be a rally. And that's a very likely target, in my opinion. Do you know why CeFi does not have IDO these days? They did like 6 or something last month. This month they have 2. Well, one made now. This month they don't have a lot. But it's also just because, well, mostly because the altcoin market is just not doing well. So projects don't want to release right now because there is no, like, what money has to be invested in these projects, right? There are no new investors with a lot of money. And timing for projects to release right now is just not great at this moment. Nakamoto, yeah, really killing it at the moment. Crazy. People like Render, Gas, Nakamoto. Yeah, there are always altcoins doing well. Yeah, I reviewed a project releasing an engine starter, etc., and I didn't really like it. But other people also don't like it, so yeah. Are alts in trouble? Okay, let me take a look. This is not an accurate rep of when to buy altcoins, only that compared to Bitcoin, they are going down again. As reserve currency is USDT, is what you should monitor. Can miss out. Yeah, so that's not true. That's simply not true. People look too much at altcoins dollar. But that's not what you should look at all. You should look at their Bitcoin pairs. Right? And people, again, that feel like, I don't care about Bitcoin, I care only about altcoins. Well, you got it wrong in the first place because it's a bear market. You should not care about altcoins at all right now. But still, yeah, like I kind of just explained, right? On their Bitcoin pair, they are going down. Right? So you can see that it's super funny, right? Like, for example, Cardano, I have it here on my screen, is sitting at the exact same level on its dollar pair as where it was 2nd of January, right? But if you look at their Bitcoin pair, 2nd of January, it was sitting here, twice as high. So although if you bought Cardano back then and you now might feel like, oh yeah, I played even. Well, one, you missed out because you could have made a lot more money with Bitcoin. And in the meantime, with this altcoin, you made absolutely nothing. But two, also, it's worth twice as less on its Bitcoin pair as well. Right? So your unrealized loss is 50% anyway. And if you would have bought Bitcoin, you can now buy the low. Again, like I said that here as well and here as well, because you can always buy the low because it's crashing. Right? So if you really like altcoins that much, why don't you buy Bitcoin? Because one, you take less risk. Two, you make more money, or you make money in the first place. And three, you can now buy this altcoin at the low. Right? While if you buy it with USDT, it is sitting at the same level as here. Nothing has happened. So you can now get twice as much of your altcoin that you really like. So if you like the altcoin so much, why don't you want to have more? Right? And that's the strategy. Oh yeah, please update on alt season. What alt season? Like, it's ridiculous, by the way. It's alt season is trending on Twitter again, and I feel like, what the fuck? Like, that new people in the crypto space feel like they maybe don't really get it yet, or haven't went through this previous cycle to see what happened. That I can blame, but there are accounts on Twitter with 10,000 plus followers, some 300,000, and they be like, oh yeah, alt season. What the fuck? Which chart are you looking at? Are you high? And therefore, I feel that I'm really getting mad about that, right? Because people get wrecked because of that. That's the thing. People get wrecked. You build a community with more than 300,000 people or so. Not because you're smart, right? Because if you were smart, you would have known that there's no alt season, right? But apparently you trick them into clickbaity kind of shit, right? So you're fooling people in the first place. an alt season, they're influencers. They're people on Twitter and on YouTube with a lot of following. An alt season is where altcoins outperform Bitcoin. That's the definition of an alt season. You have a site on the internet, what it's called, Google, I think. Yeah, you can use that and type what is alt season. Well, if you type that, you will find it. And then you have to take a look Bitcoin dominance. Because this is the chart that shows if altcoins are outperforming or Bitcoin. So this is the Bitcoin dominance. In other words, how much is Bitcoin dominating? If the chart goes up, then Bitcoin is dominating the crypto space. So altcoins do bad against Bitcoin. If it goes down, then altcoins do good against Bitcoin. Okay, this might be hard, but try this. Is this chart going up or down? Think hard. Yes, it's going up. Smart guy. So, is this a altcoin season or a Bitcoin season? This is an altcoin season, right? This is an altcoin season. This is an altcoin season. This is technically an altcoin season, but a very small one. Now, Bitcoin has been ripping. And now you will notice, mark my words. We did this. Small Bitcoin season, small altcoin season. Small Bitcoin season, small altcoin season. Small Bitcoin season, small altcoin season. Now it's really being Bitcoin season again. As soon as this chart has a correction, which it should probably somewhere, maybe here, and it goes down a little bit to cool off, you will see a lot more people say, alt season. It's not alt season. It's just that altcoins suffered so hard. They are getting kicked all the fucking time right here. They kicked and punched in the throat and cut with knives in their back and had dogs eat their balls and all of that. And then it'd be like, okay, guy, you can rest out a little bit right now. And you'd be like, oh, how sweet. No, it's not sweet. They still get fucked up. Only problem is that the thing is that they now can catch a breath before they get electrocuted and shit again. It's a super weird metaphor, but that's what it is. So although if we will see this go down, I can already tell you this is not an alt season. It's not an alt season, right? If we go from, I have to control Z a lot now. If we go from here to here, that's what we can call an alt season. Not a big one still, right? This is a big alt season. This is like, it's a very decent alt season though. But if we do that, that's an alt season. But I think the term alt season is very much overused these days. About my coin, what do you mean? So we fuck altcoins, blah blah blah. I created an altcoin. Timing, when it comes to that, seems a little hypocritical, but read into it, and I think you will sell your kit for it. But about my altcoin. What about your team? There's 6 of us. It's me. It's 2 developers. It's a couple of moderators. It's advisors. How much would you suggest I should buy and hold? I can't fill that in for you. I have no idea what you can miss. I don't know how much money you have. I don't know how much faith you have. I can really not tell, right? One person can invest maybe $500. The other can invest $5,000. I don't know, man. And if I have to say, like, become a millionaire, that's me making price predictions, basically. Although I made the project, I cannot do that. 5 crypto altcoins under 1 cent that will make you a millionaire. So that was like, oh, just kidding. The price doesn't matter. It's about market cap, right? So I kind of do here in the title what all these YouTubers do with their clickbait, but I try to tackle it. And someone said, rest 4? Like, what are the rest? Like, no, there is none. Try to get the point of the video. Miria is the Gallic game killer. Might be. I talked here about games for a living. Miria is also good. I don't know which one is better. Games for a living has a stronger team, at least. So yeah. When will we buy What Do You Mean on other exchanges than PancakeSwap? For now, not really needed. We collect taxes on PancakeSwap to get the utility started, and I don't want to list now on an exchange because the market like doesn't really suit us now. Plus, we don't know which exchanges are going to survive as well. I don't want to pay 100K for Maxi, for example, to find out that in 3 months Maxi is going to quit or something like that. I really wish this channel has not sounded the fear alarm on 25,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't really. I also ask why. Like, I don't really understand what you mean by that. I don't know if I ever sounded a fair alarm, by the way. It could be that I said at 25K, like, yo, guys, watch out, we might go lower. Yeah, we still could. Like, it's not that we, at a certain point, I say, oh, we can go lower and we go a little higher first. And you'll be like, you are so fucking wrong. Like, stop looking at the minute chart and wait for things to play out. Is there a total 3 without stables? Yeah, so good question, because indeed, this is the total crypto market. So everything in crypto, this is everything except Bitcoin, and this is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. But it also leaves altcoins, and there is a total, by the way. So that's on into the cryptoverse. And let me show you. Here we go. So the chart that I'm about to show you is literally just altcoins. It's a very, very, very interesting chart to show. And that's, what the fuck is it? This one, that's the market cap 6. So 1 is everything, 2 is everything minus Bitcoin. You have 3 minus Ethereum, and then 4 is equals 1, but minus stable coins. Well, 6 is market cap 5. Let me see, minus capitulation of Ethereum. So that's everything, every altcoin basically. So let's go to 6. And that's how it looks like. So this is the altcoin market, and I don't know exactly what you want to see, but what I can already tell you is that in our previous cycle, for example, we went to 400 billion, eventually came down to 30 billion. So 13 times as low, give or take. If we look right now from the bottom, from the top, which was a trillion, give or take, to the bottom so far, which was 200 billion, so 5 times as low. Yeah. I don't think that's enough though. So we're now sitting at 260 billion. So yeah, we are not at the lows yet at the moment. Doesn't need to happen as well, because or it doesn't need to happen now as well, because if you look at this market right here, we went from the top all the way down here, right? The top was in January 2018 and the low was in December 2018. So it took a year. It took 1 year. Okay? From this top, November 21, till the low, December 22. Also took 1 year, right? So that's the same. But we put in a new low in this market in March 2020, right? So 1.5 years later. So could it be that in, well, kind of also March 2024, we will finally put the low in for the altcoin market? Happened before, could happen again. I'm not saying it can't. Why would anyone buy this off a YouTube name? Off a YouTube name? I don't know. Yeah, and this is part of everybody's strategy, right? Yeah, I'm buying altcoins since summer 2022. Don't care about FUD. You should. FUD has nothing to do with it. You should look at charts. That's what you should care about. Altcoins since summer 2022, which was here, give or take. You're 50% down so far, sir. Right? Again, that's not strategic dollar costing, in my opinion. And people will keep saying that. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. At a certain point, there will be the final dip. And people will also say that there. And these people will accidentally be right? But so far, everybody that has bought the dip has got wrecked, right? So it's not like... I get waiting and doing nothing is really the hardest in crypto that you can do. It's boring, it sucks, and sometimes you get a little relief rally, and then you get Crypto Bente making alt-season videos, and it's hard. But so far it's paying off to do so. Sometimes I get these scammers on the channel and fall for it. Let me see, is there something cool here? Yeah, I think this is it for now, though. Yeah. So what do you think about just the Bitcoin price? Are you like Ben, thinking it fades for a while? Or is this actually the start of something crazy where Bitcoin goes up and just drags along the altcoins? I have to agree with Ben, though, on this one. I don't think that this is the start of the new bull market yet. Can be wrong, though. But, you know, if you look so far on at Bitcoin, then it should be pretty clear, though, right? You have the top of the bull, we go down, we make a bottom, and we go all the way up again, and people think it's a bull market, and then later on we get back to those lows, and then the bull market starts. Here as well, we have the top, we go all the way down, and we go all the way up, and people think, yeah, bull market. Right here we did a 2x, and people already think it's a bull market. Here we did a 4x, and we still went down almost to that low, right? That 4K compared to this 3K is, you know, going towards 18 now. This was the best case so far, right? So yeah, now again, I do feel like we at the top, we go all the way down, we go up again. People think it's a bull market. Yeah, so far we went down. So there's no reason for me to believe why we can't do it now as well. And then people might be like, narrative and ETFs and all of this. Look, the narratives don't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's the cycles. And whatever narrative there is, the cycle always plays out. So I'm not much a believer in good or bad news. There's always a reason for something to happen, right? I mean, here as well, right? We went down, and we went up, and then we went down. Why? COVID crash. Well, if it wasn't for the COVID crash, then I don't know. We had it here as well. The exact same period, right? So there's always a reason for it to go down. And there's always a reason for it to go up. Whatever the reason is, the charts are playing out perfectly so far. And as long as that doesn't change, I have no reason to start expecting something else as well. Yeah, so you're now saying that there's going to be an alt season in this video. Some people need to listen. That's not what I said. So let me take a look. Yeah, so this might be confusing to people. Like, I saw you had a video a few months ago, 5 altcoins for the bear market. Why was that? Seems opposite of what you're saying at this moment. Not really. Because I indeed sometimes make shorts like 5 altcoins to buy in the bear market, right? But I'm not saying you should buy them at the day that that video comes out. Like the video that I made months ago. It's still the same bear market. It's only lower right now. Who says like you had to buy them back then, right? So I'm already saying having a watch list doesn't mean you have to buy them right away, right? If I say like, yeah, these are 5 coins that I'm looking at. Yeah, you can already buy them. But it's still the same bear market. It's not up to me when you press the buy button, basically. Yeah, just accumulate. Nobody knows where the bottom is. You're not going to make money waiting for the bottom. Just slowly accumulate. When you see a dump, might get lucky and do 100x on your alts. Like therefore your name is wrecked. right? That's not how it works. You're not gonna make money waiting for the bottom. That's exactly true. That's indeed very true. But the goal is not. Look, if you are in an altcoin bear market, your goal should not be making money. That's the wrong priority at the first place, right? If you look at this chart, it's going down, right? I'm not interested in, like, I'm not a trader. Maybe a trader, and maybe we are having two different discussions right here, but I'm an investor, right? And if you're looking at this chart, if you trade it, yeah, you can somehow buy every bottom, right? In the hope that you will get a bounce. And in hindsight, it's very easy. Yeah, if I bought here and it sold here, yeah. At the moment, you don't know where the bottom is, right? You could have also thought like, oh, bottom. A lot of people bought here as well. Well, they never got their money back. They're freaking wrecked, right? But here as well, like, you can catch this trade, but I'm not about that whole trading. I'm about investing. And so the goal is not for me to make money waiting for the dips. The goal is for me not to lose money, right, while everybody else is, by buying these bottoms, right, while it's still in a downward trend, right? And again, downtrend, I do nothing. Accumulation phase is where I accumulate and then make money, right? And again, I'm not searching for the bottom. You don't get the point if you think that. Bottom range, right? Bottom range. If a coin goes from $100 to like $1 here, one here, and $5 there, I'm gonna buy everywhere in between, and my average is $250. Well, a lot of people buying these dips on $80, on $60, on whatever. They first have to go through half a bull run to play even. Is that what you're doing it for? No, of course not. Right? So yeah, no, of course I'm trying to time the bottom. And yeah, might get lucky and do 100x. Yeah, you might. But that's gambling, right? And I don't take a part of my money and just gamble with it. Because believe me, you will lose a lot more than you will gain. Unless indeed you are lucky at the first time. But believe me, that's not the stories, the success stories that you hear are not the average stories that go on in crypto. Most people just lose their money. So yeah, just accumulate. Yeah. When the time is right, I will, right? But again, I'm not buying something that's going down. Buy it when it's going sideways, and you ride the wave when it's going up. It's literally that easy. It's literally that easy. Again, if you look at last cycle on altcoin Cardano, believe me, a lot of people, I still know, a lot of people said, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Oh, you see, we're pumping. I was right. Oh, fuck, wait. No, well, let's buy that dip. Let's buy that dip. Alt season. I'll buy the dip. Throwing all their money away. And the people that were just waiting for it to bottom out and bought exactly this whole range, anywhere between 1.5 cents and 10 cents. It doesn't even matter. You buy the range. These people have a way better entry when it went up, right? The people here that lost all their money and did not panic sell it over here, they maybe made a 3x or something. Really, I hope you get it. A lot of people really seem to struggle with that. Yeah, and again, yeah, who actually cares what altcoins are doing against Bitcoin if they're going up against the dollar? Don't even hold Bitcoin anymore. Look, like, that's what I kind of explained a couple of times right now. It's like, that's how you make the most out of it. Very simple, right? If you are not looking at that, then that's how you make the most out of it. Really watch these videos daily. You really can learn then, right? Because, well, I explained it somewhere in the beginning. I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, and Bitcoin is not going to 1000x against the dollar. In a bull alt pop, 100x against the dollar at all time. It depends on your risk reward, man. It really depends. In a bull, alts can pop 100x. Definitely. For sure. But you don't know which one. That's gambling. For Bitcoin, you know. Well, you don't know, but so far, it always goes up, right? And people underestimate Bitcoin sometimes. Because look, it's now bear market, right? Altcoins are getting wrecked and Bitcoin is doing fine. So it's always clear, like in a bear market, you should not hold altcoins anyway. If you want to fuck around with altcoins, yeah, go wait for the bull and do that. But nevertheless, if you look at Bitcoin's returns, right, like it's not for like from the bottom of this cycle to the top of this cycle was 120x, right? And it was not at the beginning. It was the 2017 cycle, not that long ago. 120x on the safest crypto asset you can ever buy, right? And even here, from the bottom to the top, Bitcoin did a 22x. And then you feel like, yeah, but I want to make 100x. Well, then just buy Bitcoin at the bottom, ride the wave, right? You did a 10x up till the end of the year. You did a 10x. Beginning 2021, look at the date on screen right there. Beginning 2021, you made a 10x on Bitcoin. Then, beginning 2021, you can put that Bitcoin at the lowest point in altcoins and ride that wave again. So you first made 10x on Bitcoin, then you put it into altcoins. And even if you just pull off a 10x on those altcoins, you made 100x in total. It's about your strategy. It's not about, I don't want to buy Bitcoin, never gonna 100x. Well, so far, it does. And I'm not saying that it's going to do 100x from here till next cycle. But yeah, you know, skay. I don't know, too many skay cons. I think it's a scam. Okay, last one. Let me see. I have a response to this, but I have to check it out. Respectfully, I have a different opinion. You can still get an easy 2-4x gains buying and selling particular alts over the span of a few months when Bitcoin has a decent PA. You don't need to set, or you don't need to get quick gains with Bitcoin. Also, some altcoins present very good buying opportunities for long-term investment, regards of Bitcoin. So you can paint them all with the same brush. But yes, at some point you hop onto Bitcoin and then into all. Yeah, of course, look, you cannot say like, oh, the altcoin market is going down. So every altcoin is going down. Of course not. Definitely not. Like, yeah, this is the total altcoin market and it's in a downtrend, right? But it's very hard to identify beforehand which altcoin is going to go up, right? A lot of people like altcoin A, and altcoin A is a very good project, but it still goes down fucking hard, right? And some people like altcoin B, and that altcoin does go up. And these people be like, yeah, I told you, it's a good altcoin. There's nothing to do with that necessarily. Because if every good altcoin was going up, then the total tree was looking a lot better because there are a lot of good altcoins. But nevertheless, it is going down. So yeah, if you're good at picking those for some reason, yeah, then you can do that and you can maybe try to make a 3 or 4x. But overall, that's very hard to identify. And then you're just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something sticks. And maybe you do make a 4x on one altcoin, but that's purely to maybe recover a part of the losses that you made by buying all these other altcoins. And that depends on your risk, right? If you are willing to lose your money, and if you don't care about taking risks, and if you have some money, you feel like, yeah, if it's gone, then it's gone, and then you can buy altcoins in a bear market, and maybe you are lucky. Overall, it's in the bear market, the odds are very much against you, and if you want to be a little safer, then you could just wait for it to play out, use all of your money to buy the bottom range. And then you're very much more likely to make a lot of gains as well because you bought altcoins at a very good point. Also at a point where you know that altcoins are going to survive, right? For example, you talk here about gas and some 2 others, but you don't know if these altcoins are going to survive, right? You don't know that. They can still die. Everything can still die. Showed you that before. We're now in June. June 2023, and that's very comparable with June 2019, right? We are in that kind of same range right now when it comes to the 4-year cycle. Yeah, if you look at June, what we had back then, so the altcoin market was already recovering, according to a lot of people right then, right? Look at the top 100. Look at all these coins. Do you know every single one of them? And is every single one of them still doing great? Most of them died. Right? And a lot that are in our current top 100, let alone outside of the top 100, will die as well. Right? So that's also an extra part risk, a part of risk that you're taking right now. So yeah, that's like, and I'm saying this for quite a long time. Like, be careful, don't rush into it, don't buy every dip. And at a certain point, I will be wrong, and I hope I recognize that before I'm say that. But at a certain point, we will have D-low, right? And you will get all these people like, I told you so, fuck you. You were so wrong. Like, we've been calling this for a year now. How much money have we saved already? Right? And there will be a point where it's a good time, because I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, I'm not an altcoin maxi, but if I had to choose, I love altcoins way more. Bitcoin is indeed not exciting right now. And I love to make videos about altcoins and buying and when to buy and where to buy and what altcoins to buy and that I bought them and all of that. And I will spam you with it. But yeah, if I look at the altcoin market now sitting at resistance where it's getting rejected ever since the bear market has started, I cannot talk about buying altcoins right here. At resistance, right? If I'm wrong at a certain point, well, wrong, if my whole theory at a certain point gets invalid, well, that means we get a breakout and a retest. And then I'm gonna buy the retest, right? Again, you get a better entry than all the losers that called for an altcoin season right here. And if I am right so far, then we go down a lot more. Then we even get a better entry. So I don't feel like I can lose this game, because I'm dead inside. Like, I have no emotions when it comes to crypto, and I don't feel that FOMO. So I hope you can learn a little bit from that. I don't know it all, of course. Don't try to think that I'm saying that. Please don't. But the experience that I do have, I love to share with you guys to make sure that you don't throw your money away with every dip. And well, I want to wrap it up right here. It's been long enough. It's fucking warm in here. I'll see you guys very soon.